Hello, everybody. Today I'm here at Disney Mirrorverse, and today we're going to be going through the Tron event. So here he is. Just wanted to give you guys a quick look at him if you haven't seen him yet. So I'm not going to have a way to get Tron here today. There's no store for him, and I'm not interested in him enough to spend my orbs on him. So for now we're not going to be getting Tron, but we will be showcasing his event. So we will get to fight against Tron at the very least. So let's get started here. It favors high-tech characters. I don't know if it is exclusive to high-tech or what. There's no story either. So let's, yeah, Baymax is high-tech. I guess we'll just play. I probably should have looked to see what the 3-star requirement was, but that's okay. I don't think I've really talked about Tron's design yet. I think it's pretty cool. I'm not like a big fan of Tron or anything, but I am familiar with his design in like Disney Heroes, for example. I think this is a million times superior to the one in Disney Heroes. I think that one's pretty boring, honestly, even if it is accurate to the original source material or anything. But this event will probably go pretty quick. We'll also probably go into the story. I believe we're on chapter 7 now. So here he is in all his glory. A little more purple than blue because of his fractured form. He probably died pretty quick, but we can kind of get a sense of what he's doing. I forget what his role is already. It's probably ranged, but the attacks I saw him doing didn't look ranged, but I would assume they are. But I forget. Alright. We're getting some orange. It's got to be ranged then. If we're getting orange stuff, yeah, it's got to be. They give you this stuff specifically so you can rank up Tron if you want to. And in my free time I'll probably... Well, I don't know if I will. I might go through some of the harder tiers on this. I suppose we'll just have to see if there are any good rewards for it. Because if there's not a store, there's really no point in auto winning or like going through and grinding in it every day. So I might not. But I'll consider it, and I'll definitely look at the rewards and see if it's worth it. We're very close to the worldwide release here. It's pretty exciting times. I can't imagine the game will change all too much from now till then. But I really have no idea. Maybe they have a big menu or UI change ready to go, which it really hasn't changed all too much through this version of the game. The previous version is pretty contrasting, although like the Guardians menu is somewhat the same. That never really changed, but I don't think it needs to change. But that's something they seem to like to do when they do these full releases, is change things that don't really need to be changed, that are already done pretty well. Or well enough, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I am curious how things will change. Because I would never... Like, I suppose the game looks pretty finished now. There was a point in time where I didn't feel like it felt or looked all that finished. But it really does. But I also feel like it could look a little more finished. I don't know, there's just something about it that still feels like it's in its beta, which it is, but I really can't imagine them changing too much. But hopefully, right now they've been doing a lot of events all at once at the same time, which is great, and I really hope they keep that up when the game releases, because it's a great way to start grinding and potentially getting stuff for future characters, or even just seeing characters you don't have. Like the Eve one is going on right now. If someone didn't have Eve before, that's a great way to see them. And then even just like doing events, new events or something, is a great way to do that too. But I suppose most of them are in the crystals at this point, so it's not that huge of an issue. Yeah, so I can see now if Tron is throwing his ring around. I wonder how much they'll try to cater towards new players when the new when it releases worldwide. Because for long-time players, maybe it'll be a little boring at the beginning, since we already have all that stuff. It would certainly make sense. Obviously, I'd prefer if they didn't, but it would certainly make sense. I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to get some ideas going in your head. There's really no point to any of that, but yeah, these battles are going pretty quick. I still feel like my characters aren't all that strong. Like, I can't get too far in any of the hard stuff, like the towers I can't get very far in. And sometimes the dungeons I'm not great at either. And that's mostly just because I don't have, like for the towers, for example, you kind of need characters all under one class. So I don't have, like I have Baymax as a really good high tech, but I really don't have any after that. Like Judy Hopps is my next highest, and she's pretty bad in terms of leveling her up on my team. So the main thing I would need to do is to focus on like one tower at a time, and try to level up a specific couple of characters to work for that. But I just haven't really put in that effort yet. But it would be a great way to get orbs for sure. The towers are a really good way to grind for orbs. Let's see how quickly we can get... Aw, we got Mike in here now. There we go. Alright, so I think this is the final one coming up. It would have been cool to see like a story or something, but I get it. Oh, there's actually more levels than usual. So there's 7 this time. I didn't really expect that. We get 20 orbs from doing this one. That's a pretty nice reward. That's not... I feel like that's not typical of these events, but I could definitely be wrong. I don't typically pay attention to the rewards. I also have not been looking if I'm getting 3 stars. I know I was going to say... Sorry, I said that I was going to do it early on. I kind of forgot. But I feel like I'm getting 3 stars, right? Who's left? Dang it. I'm constantly trying to think of what characters I would want to see in this game. I can never think of anybody. I'd love to see more of the Big Hero 6 team. I don't even think that's all too likely. But I think it'd be cool. Other than the Mickey Mouse characters, I don't think there's any series that has more than 2 characters, if I'm remembering correctly. But some series that only have 1 character are like Moana only has Maui. I think it'd be cool to see Moana herself. And then that would kind of fill out the 2 characters for that series they'd ever do. Most of the games only do Maui and Moana. And then those are all the Moana characters done. So they could definitely do that here. And she's another princess. They've got quite a few princesses in here. I think they enjoy trying to flip the usual stereotype of the princesses. Like, a lot of them are pretty samey in terms of personality. So this is a great way to kind of differentiate from that. Although I suppose some of the characters like Merida and Rapunzel and... who else? And Tiana, I'd say have a pretty diverse personalities, but other characters like Snow White really don't have anything. So it's cool to see them get something different here. I would love to get like Jumba and Pleakley. I love all of the aliens from Lilo and Stitch. And Stitch is kind of a loner right now, so that would be cool. I don't know how they do Lilo, that'd be kind of weird. They don't have any like kid characters in this game. I feel like it'd be weird to see, just because we haven't really seen it yet. But also, a human character... Lilo and Stitch is very stylized. I feel like it's weird to see a human character be that stylized in this game. Because we haven't really seen that yet either, I don't think. Most of the princesses were already pretty realistic in their original form. I can't think of any other human characters that are stylized like that. Obviously many of the anthropomorphic animals are, but I just feel like Lilo would look really, really strange. Oh, also the Lion King really deserves some more characters. We've only got Scar. I think Lion King could definitely get some really cool stuff. New series. What would I want to see from new series? We really don't have too many TV show characters. I think I mentioned I wanted to see Chip and Dale in the previous video, which I still stand by. That would be cool. I'm trying to think of who I would want. In terms of returning series, again, Pirates of the Caribbean has some really great choices. Any of the pirates, I think, would look really cool in a different style. Especially someone like Davy Jones. That would be the ultimate one, in my opinion. New series. Why am I having such a hard time thinking of new series that I'd want to see? Just one on the mind is Emperor's New Groove because of the updates we've been getting in the other games. But I honestly don't really want to... I don't really care about those characters. Like, I don't know what redesigns they would do. So I'm not too interested in that. Maybe some more Pixar, like Up, or Cars characters like Lightning McQueen would be cool. I like quite a few of the Pixar characters. I think those two series would be the best ones to get. That we haven't already got. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time thinking, but... yeah, any of those would be pretty cool. They add new series pretty often, I would say. There aren't too many of the series that have like a ton of characters to them. Like I said, only really the Mickey Mouse characters have that. And I guess in terms of Mickey Mouse characters, the only ones we're really missing are like Daisy or Pluto. Pluto would be cool. I'd love to see Pluto. Especially in like the outfits they've been doing for the characters. Something sort of sci-fi or... I don't know, like... just high-tech, I think would be cool on Pluto. Because I don't think he's ever gotten to look like that before. Whoa, okay, so Tron almost has like a razor blade when he charges it up. I don't know if you can see that. Or not, a saw blade, I guess is more accurate. We really didn't get to see a special there. But alright, so that was the final level on the event. I'd like to do at least like 1 or 2 of the story, now that we finished that. I need good rewards for getting 3 stars and everything. Oh, there's no rewards. Okay, that's fine. I hope you enjoyed the event and our little sneak peek at Tron before I actually end up getting him. Let's see what Chapter 7 story is like. I don't think I've ever seen this, so brand new here. Jafar. Well, if it isn't the Guardians, to what do I owe this dubious honor? Jafar. In case you hadn't noticed, there's fractured and Titanborn swarming your city. Clearly, you still haven't learned how to control the fractured mirror. Charming, but I don't have the fractured mirror. I'm just as baffled by this mayhem as you. And since you're bothersome do-gooders, why don't you do some good? He's right. The city needs our help. Let's go, Guardians. So it's weird. It almost feels like that would be the opportunity to get the redemption arc kind of thing they've been doing, but for Jafar. Did we get that with Hades yet? Has he been added to the team of Guardians like they did with Oogie and Maleficent? I don't think they did. I know Hades shows up in the story at some point too, so maybe they're leaning towards like Hades now has control of it. I also don't believe I've seen that enemy. I'm sure it's just an upgraded version of this fiery Titanborn. I have seen something like that for the other types of Titanborn. I don't think I've seen this fire one. So let's maybe try to heal real quick. Alright. Yeah, now we're getting in some actual challenge. Before, not so much. Alright. Anger is a boss battle here. I feel like Anger kind of gets forgotten about sometimes. Which, in terms of what we were just talking about, I would love to see some more inside-out characters too. I think there's a lot of potential there that, if I'm being honest, I don't think they really captured too much with Anger. Like, he's kind of just Anger, but with a sword. Not their best work, I would say. Like, if they would have leaned more into the fiery thing, which they did in some of the, like, promotional art, it would probably be a little bit better. But most of the time, he just looks like this, which is just anger. And with the Inside Out characters, who are just straight up raw emotion, I think there's a lot of different potential they could go through with that. Like, even in the movie, we saw a bunch of different forms of anger that you could get. And, like, just going to the extreme of him being as angry as possible, just constantly freaking out, throwing tantrums, pounding his fists, shooting fire out of his head, just being made of fire, you know, something like that, I think is cool. Those Titanborn were definitely more powerful. I could sense their stronger magic. I wish I had your knowledge, Maleficent, then I'd be able to protect those dear to me. Well, you'll never have my level of power, but there are a few things I could impart. We need to find the fractured mirror, and I know just who can help. While you do that, Belle and I will go search on our own. I'm very curious who Mickey is referring to. You also have this, which I don't know what that is. I kind of just want to go to 7-2. Well, look who it is, the leader of the club that's made for you and me. MICKEYMOUSE. How you doing, pal? Fractured any fractured lately? Hi, Genie. Yes, we have, and Titanborn too. That's why we need you. You know the fractured mirror is somewhere here. You'll have to help us find it. Well, I'm a bit of a narcissist, so mirrors are kind of my thing. Count me in. I kind of forgot. We are an Agrabah, so Genie does make sense. And we do have Aladdin as well. We're going to get Jafar at some point. So that would be 3 characters for the Aladdin series. I feel like, what's her name? What is her? Jasmine would be a pretty good addition too. That they could do at some point. Just like an easy character to think of something cool. And again, another Disney princess, which they do seem to like to do. Really, the main Disney princesses they're missing are like Cinderella and I can't think of any more. Aurora is really not a main one. My mind completely blanked. But Cinderella's definitely a big one. I suppose that'd be a cool series to get to. I feel like she has a lot of potential. Like maybe she's just queen of the rats now. Where the few mice that just were friends with her in the movie are now straight up. She's in control of, like, she has a rat king that just just comes out and attacks and does her bidding. I don't know. You know what else I think would be cool? They only have like 4 different roles right now. What if they added an entirely new role? That would be pretty impressive, I think. But I don't know what that role would be. I feel like they've covered most of them pretty well. But yeah, maybe somebody like a summoner or something. I was just thinking that because of Cinderella. Maybe she just has the rats be all of her attacks. And that way it doesn't really fit into any of the other stuff. Like she's mainly controlling them. Or like maybe when she uses her special they come out and they have their own health bar. So maybe that would be a different role of people that like summon in like a minion to do their bidding and they kind of stand back. I don't know, just a thought. And even if it's not that, I just think adding new roles could be an interesting idea. But also they have the main ones covered already. Anyways, I've talked quite a bit about pretty much nothing, but I hope it was entertaining. This is going to be the last thing I do today. I hope you guys enjoyed my showcase of the Tron event. I think it's cool, but just can't go for Tron right now. Like I said, I'm not as interested in Tron as I'm sure I will be with some future characters, so I would like to save my orbs right now. And he will be in the main crystal pool not too long from now, like a month or 2, honestly. As well as Snow White and Evil Queen, I would imagine. But for now, we're just going to be doing this. Thank you guys for watching. I suppose I should wait to see if we have any dialogue at the end of this. Yeah. I'm glad we left Bjorn Mickey and enlisted Genie's aid. That blue wisp is an idiot. An undisciplined waste of magical energy. I'm looking forward to teaching you I'm looking forward to you teaching me your arcane ways. Is that why we went on our own? It is, and I shall, after we clear these annoying Fracture and Titanborn away. Okay, bye.